What's up, guys? We're here, and we are ready to do a listen through of a very beloved band that we've covered many times on the podcast, and yeah, hopefully. Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to get worried about copyright stuff. I'm like, no, I already fixed that. Speaking of that, if you want to listen along with us for this King Gizzard Polygondwanaland experience, then you're going to have to go to patreon.com/flyoverstatepark, and then you'll be able to hear all the music along with us. So,
because if not, it'll be weird, right?
if not, you're going to hear us chewing a little bit. We're going to be drinking. It's just better if you go to the Patreon. Also, it's free.
You should have, like, that just continuously scrolling the bottom of
I do. There is a note that is on the bottom of the YouTube
okay,
at all
good,
times.
good.
But in case you are, part of our youth that does not know how to read, then I'm telling you, yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one. We're kind of coming back to this one after having covered it technically, and this is the album that our theme song is from and all that. So a lot of it's going to be familiar to you guys.
Boy, that dates us.
Or at least that one clip.
At least a couple of clips. The end of Crumbling Castle you definitely recognize. All right, we're gonna jump into it, guys. Here is Polygondwanaland.
Lots of polys here.
Oh yeah. This is a mathy album. What's cool about the comic is you can actually read along with it.
I was going to say it's like a storybook almost like.
Hey, I listened to the album while breaking down the comic. So yeah, this is the album that connects a lot of stuff in the Gizzverse. It's kind of like the Rosetta Stone.
I feel like I'm just surrounded by people chanting.
Yes.
It's weirding me out.
There should be more chanting in this album. I think there is chanting at some point. You'll get chanting. What time signature you think this is in?
I mean, I had no idea.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the Reddit post about it. Here, we'll get. Well, I'm going to read some of this later, but
I'm just trying to count it out. I can't even
how many notes? Starts with 1 bar of 5/16, then does 1/4 bar of 7/16, and then 1 bar of 5/16, and then 1 bar guitar, 12 beat 7/8. So it's changing all the time, I guess. So to set the stage for some of the lore we're going to get into, the Crumbling Castle is first of all, an allegory for our Earth dying, but it's kind of like a Citadel at the end of time situation. Yeah,
like Loki.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah. The MCU's got that situation going too. So right now they're at the end of time, but before Murder of the Universe. This is prior to murder, at least the murder part of Murder of the Universe. But yeah, Murder of the Universe is the one with Altered Beast and Lord of Lightning and stuff.
Oh, Altered Beast is a good game.
That's a good game.
The that checkered thing going up the middle of the artwork, it just reminds me of the neck for Guitar Hero or something.
Oh yeah,
it's I just want to start playing along.
Have that shape and vibe. I wonder if that's intentional. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was
7,
getting like
1,
old school,
2,
like
3,
NES,
4,
like
5, 6,
Castlevania
7.
vibes from some of the artwork too.
I think I actually had the time signature there for a second. What'd you say?
So, like old school, like the Castlevania from NES, like the gates you walk
Yes.
through, then you can see like the castle up on the hill or something.
What did you say? Castle on a hill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you're getting
that
it already.
castle on the hill.
But yeah, so like 4 of the albums from this era have like a kind of castle on a hill on the cover, but like I think one of them it's already started to crumble, and then this one it's like behind. Like if you overlay the other albums on top of this one, you can see the
Like different-
outline of it. Yeah. So I believe that the 2 guys at the beginning of the story, as far as the comic goes, I think they are the same person, but in different timelines, different universes, potentially.
Like a different dimension, or like just.
So I think that there's multiple timelines,
All right.
and I think that Hantayumi.
Does everything
basically
converge into the Polygondwanaland?
So like, this is kind of the convergence points, actually, the crumbling castle, because I think that what happens is they travel backwards in time from this citadel at the end of time and go back to Polygondwanaland, which is, I think, in my opinion, at the beginning of time. Oh my god. Oh, I love those fucking guitar licks. Invisible. Yeah, check out some of my notes here. Yeah, this.
So a lot of things moving around.
A lot
Very
of stuff.
conspiracy-like.
A lot of stuff moving around, guys. Took me a long time to figure out who was who in the timeline, but I think I got it.
Does this connect to like the Rat album? Infest or the Rat's Nest?
Kinda. It's my belief that that album is parallel but separate from the Murder of the Universe timeline.
Okay.
So I think that what happens in that universe is Hantayumi decides not to do bad stuff, and instead we kill ourselves in that universe. Yeah. There is one good universe as far as I can tell, though. Starting at Butterfly 3000 and using Made in Timeland. Remember Made in Timeland?
I just remember Deltron 3000. Does that help?
No. But we did Made in Timeland. We did the double feature Made in Timeland and Laminated Denim.
This one's familiar.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, it's our theme song.
Yep.
It's the album concept hour. It's the album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
It's the end part, I think.
Yeah.
Or wait, I can't remember actually which bit. But I think the Loyalty is the song with our intro. Woo! Yes. Citadel.
No.
Nope. Oh my god. So many rhythms. So many polyrhythms.
In my mind, I'm just hearing go, this is spooky time, spooky time. Just trying to be like, ooh.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
I am Iron Man.
What is he drinking?
Oh shit!
It's a Modelo.
It's a
It's a
Modelo.
Modelo.
It's a Modelo.
It's a light beer.
I have a Coors. Dun 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 dun.
And I feel like my head is crumbling.
Yeah, I love how dirty the production is. Like you hear, like earlier, it sounds like your headphones might be like shorting out, but it's
like
literally just their like fucking high,
It's like sludgy.
yeah. They have that treble turned way up. Too big. Oh yeah, you can kind of hold that like a cigar, you know. That's a good stogie.
Oh.
Cheers to what is Dave drinking, boys?
Oh yeah.
I forgot we pulled that from them as well.
Yep. Oh, no lyrics for this one. This is a title track. What the fuck?
All right, pause it. Let's stop. Are you on shuffle or something?
Well, I got lyrics for you guys.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, did it skip something?
Oh no, it didn't skip anything. It's just that the lyrics aren't coming up on.
Wow.
Yep.
Got a little kick to her.
Yeah, I like that. I love the bass line in this one. Okay, so we did the album Quarters recently. We put it on a one at a 1 for the concept, but 1/4 of that album is The River, which is concurrent with this song. God damn it.
Man, if they really want to get crazy, they should have like if you lined up all their albums in a certain path, they actually make like would make a big picture or something. Like
There
all
are
the
a couple of
artwork
their
is
albums
slowly like.
Well, so Fishing for the Fishies and Infest the Rat's Nest, both of their artwork connects. There's like certain albums that do that,
No,
but just not the whole discography. Yeah. Oh yeah, my theory about the river is that the river is time. I think they're going back in time to potentially prevent the murder of the universe.
So the murder of the universe happened first?
Well, the murder of the universe is basically happening during Crumbling Castle.
Okay.
Like, he's already started to, like, vomit the universe to death. But it's not dead yet. Basically, like, Murder of the Universe and this album are, like, somewhat parallel, but just because there's, like, timey-wimey stuff. Don't worry, I have visuals for you later. Some helpful visuals.
It's like the never-ending story with the nothing slowly destroying, like, the world.
Kinda. Yeah.
Bastion, just give me a name.
Because there's a few lines that I got from the Murder of the Universe, altered future, and he shot arrows of time in all directions. So I think that during the Murder of the Universe, he split time.
Which one does?
Han Taiyumi. Hold on, let's see if there's No, we're just gonna have to use Genius. The voice you just heard was Leah Senior, another artist from Melbourne. So look, they went back in time and met like one-eyed people, and these Astami, who are like people that like get their sustenance from smell. Man, if you follow the like just one part of it, it's like really weird. Just try to follow one beat. Like it falls under a different part all the time. It's some of the hardest music to like headbang to correctly, you know?
You got a lot of interference in the background.
You gotta like move different parts of your body in order to like
all just different time signatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's the album concept hour.
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 It's the album concept
hour. It's the album concept hour. Yeah, that's right. Desert dunes welcome weary feet.
Well, that just kind of rolls right into that, huh?
Dude, right? By the way, I hope if you are a King Gizzard fan out there, I hope that I haven't ruined this song for you by like putting it at the beginning of my podcast. We'll talk about it.
We all took a vote.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm gonna have to explain the whole copyright thing again in this episode because, like, I'm sure there are people that are like, "Why the fuck does he have a King Gizzard song for his intro?" So yeah, they've gone back to a prehistoric time when there's like these one-eyed creatures and like other beings that are living with dinosaurs. But
I'm just hearing the hard rock version
Welcome
of our
to
intro
Jurassic
now.
Park.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah, I wonder what are the other lyrics for our intro when we have the full version, you know? You know, the Power Rangers has the full version with like verses and stuff. It's a podcast that's podcast, man. Oh, and supposedly this line and a couple other lines are Hantayumi talking, the guy that eventually murders the universe, because he's like on the travels with this. There's like a traveler, and then Hantayumi kind of showing him around the timeline.
So he's destroying the world or universe?
Well, not yet. That's in his future. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if it's the same guy. I think it might be a Hantayumi from a different timeline, potentially.
But so someone named this guy will destroy the universe?
Yeah.
What a
Almost
dick.
all of the characters that we're going to be talking about are Hantayumi at different points or different timelines. So I'll explain when we get there.
Okay.
I've definitely used this for other stuff.
I feel like this album, more than other albums, is very like almost overstimulating. Like there's so much happening.
Yeah. It doesn't stop.
It's really hard to like kind of like focus on something.
Yeah.
Good night from the album concept.
And now here's like a trilogy of things. So this is called the Horology Trilogy. And I believe it takes place.
It's the incel song
in the future. Yeah, yeah. That's what incel stands for, right? Inner cell.
Yeah,
inner cell.
Inner cell. Can't believe I didn't even think of that. Inner cell. Incel.
That's why I'm here.
Yep. So basically, the traveler winds up on a shore alone without Hantayumi. And there's this evil like overlord there, and him and some other wizard guys in the area are trying to take down this guy, do an insurrection.
I feel like the guys of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard at some point in time went through a deep dive of like old 70s and 80s vans muraled with like dragons and barbarians and fighting and like wizards. And I think they just took all those ideas and just made their albums based off like
pretty much
70s art.
Pretty much. What's the thing? Jason Galea is the visual artist for King Gizzard. And so, like, he's almost like Jamie Hewlett from Gorillaz in a sense, you know? All of the album artwork, or most of the album artwork, and most of the music videos are by the same guy. So, like, it's like him and Stu's vision together.
The incel.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was inner cell, you could really hear just incel. Yeah.
His sick version of life.
Oh, and I think that might be a reference to Murder of the Universe. His sick version of life itself, disrespect, everything, multiply. Like the vomit. No.
All these ads.
Man, there's so many ads for Panda Express.
And we don't have one around here at all. The nearest one's in like Janesville or something like that. It's like an hour away.
There's none in any of the malls around here?
No.
Huh. Yeah, there's just layered and layered and layered. There's like so much shit happening.
Dave, you have no idea.
Like it's a challenge to like listen to it.
Yeah. Remember when I just showed you? It's funny because like the other episode, I just showed you clips out of context, and you were his same reaction pretty much. It's like, what is going on?
So, all right, we're gonna do a song. Everyone just play something. That's good. Now speed that up. All right, now you get a different time. There, perfect. And everyone just keep playing.
Everyone just keep going. Wait, I forget, Dave. Did you finish Dark? The show Dark on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna help in explaining this to you.
Okay.
Because I feel like we are in a dark scenario when it comes to the time travel and like the characters being the same guy.
Got it.
You know? You haven't seen Dark, right? It's a German show that the first like season looks a lot like Stranger Things, but then it goes
I've heard of it,
different
but
directions.
I've never watched it myself.
Yeah. There's a podcast on our network about that.
I was about to say,
Travelers,
didn't you do
a dark podcast?
Didn't you do it with somebody for a little bit?
Yeah. My sister. I still need to rewatch that show. It's so good.
I think they ended it they didn't feel the need to do more and more seasons.
Yes.
They just like, this is it.
Which makes it the perfect time travel show.
Yes.
If they went any further, it wouldn't have worked.
No.
Like everything would have fallen apart.
Yes. Was it 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Sometimes that's all you got to say. You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah. They were like Back to the Future 2, hold my beer. I think we're on the next track. Inquisition. I'm drawing quarter all their children just to prove I'm not a coward. Put them on the Judas cradle just to show them God incarnate. Ooh, I like that. There's like just a simple guitar in the background that's like, doom, doom. You almost have to listen to this album like 6 times and focus on a different instrument each time.
Well, yes, because there's so much shit that like it would take multiple listens for you. Like, oh yeah, now I'll listen to this now.
This is the deep end.
Oh, I'm drowning in it.
I think I used to use this bit for commercial stuff. So, okay, if you're to follow the comic, this is being told by Han Taiyumi in the future.
It's a very bass-heavy album.
Yeah, whenever you're doing anything polyrhythm or mathy, like the bass and the drums have to be like married to each other. So the traveler had his eyes gouged out. Oh, and horology is the study of time. Or the study of clocks or something.
Time, I got all the time I want, all the time I need. I got a DeLorean. No,
The album concept was brought to you by...
Yes, thank you. Thank you, King Gizzard.
Yep.
For all that you have contributed.
We do thank him at the end. We do thank him at the end of each episode.
Yes.
Horology, the science of measuring time. And that's what that's actually what made me finally think that this was a time travel story. Is there was a track called Horology. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Wait a gosh dang second.
Between this and the Incel song, this makes sense.
Yep. Incel anthem.
No one knows how to hold storyline better together than Brad.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to King Gizzard.
Yep. We've covered most of what constitutes the Gizzverse, but we don't really talk about it most of the time. This is going to be the one where I really go deep on it.
Just connect everything.
Yeah. Hence the poster board.
I thought that, or you're just going to protest our episode tonight.
Yeah, right. I should hire...
The album concept hour is too long. It's more than an hour.
It's more than an hour. What the hell?
Listen, we tend to talk a lot.
All right, so another thing, tetrachromacy. That's animals that have four colors that they can see. We see red, green, blue, but some animals see ultraviolet and stuff. So these next three tracks are about gaining that ability to see ultraviolet and see time.
I love in the span of 14 years, Axl Rose maybe made one album. But in that same time period, like King Gizzard has put out like 30-some albums. They've made like multiple like a universe and stories.
Yeah.
And have everything
they made and destroyed several universes.
And and Axl just sang about 10 songs or so.
Yeah. Axl's just like, I can play too.
Oh, dude, you don't have another Mountain Dew, do you?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. Frank brought one over for me. Tetrachromacy. See what I can see. All right, so this is where the traveler, first of all, he meets like a version of Hantayumi, and then he becomes, that guy convinces the traveler to become Hantayumi, the robot. So he like takes his brain, the traveler's brain, and puts it in the brain of a robot. The robot that will eventually murder the universe.
Well, that was your mistake right there.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. He's trying to bring it about.
Choose the form of the destructor.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, the traveler has come. Choose.
His body. Yeah, my body's not a temple. It's a vessel. A blank slate. An empty hard drive.
Runs on DOS.
Command line. I love how you hear it go from like kind of folksy or like tribal sounding drums and stuff to the electronic stuff starts to be mixed in.
Man to machine.
He's transitioning from man to machine.
I am machine man.
But yeah, in the distant future, he then decides that he doesn't like being machine anymore.
Aww.
And he wants to die and to vomit. So this is the beginning of that journey.
He's fling himself into a black hole.
You know, that kind of happens in one of their music videos, but it's not Hantayumi that's going into the black hole.
Oh,
that's definitely how one of the universes dies.
Was it a black hole sun?
Well, yeah, the egg that normally like brought about Hantayumi and Digital Black and all that. Instead, just like sucked up everything.
It's just an easy way to clean the slate for the next universe.
Yeah. Last track.
I am Metal Man.
It's been a pretty trippy album.
Yeah.
I liked how the flow never really changed.
Yeah, it doesn't really stop.
Either,
it doesn't really let up much.
Like each song's different too, but like it all feels similar, you know?
And once we talk about it, like I'm going to connect a lot of albums we've already talked about on the podcast where I've been looking at it all wrong. And I'll get to how, but I've been separating the albums too much. They're all part of the same. I am omnipresent for thee.
You have to send them your adjusted chart, Brad.
Yeah.
So that way the band knows what order they're supposed to play the albums in.
I don't know if people will follow my chart, but we'll see.
I bet they would love to know someone did that much research, bro. You should send them your chart.
There's a lot of people that have done research. I've taken kind of a cross section of some of them.
I think one of your things is hanging.
Oh yeah. Did that just start?
The first time I've seen it, I just saw it. I just noticed it.
Oh well. Probably follow me while I'm at work.
Probably get up there with some tape or something.
Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it. Shit.
Oh my god. Like, what if we just play in all of the time signatures at once?
This is just insane.
Rush could never. Oh, we still got. That's right. We still got a couple minutes.
Extra long fade out.
I believe this is what I used for Rolling Stoned. It sounded kind of sci-fi. I think, I think this section would constitute the digital black section of the universe. And I'll explain what that means later. But it's basically like the time period that Hantayumi rules over the universe before he decides to murder it.
It's so imperfect. It makes no sense. Destroy it all. Destroy it.
Shit, for him it wasn't even about destroying shit. He was just like, I want to die and I want to vomit. That's all I really want. And he ended up destroying the universe.
Taco Bell.
See, there was easier ways. If you listen closely, you can hear screams. After the drums. You hear him?
Hear the screams of the damned.
Yeah. My favorite interpretation of that is that it's like the murder of the universe is actually happening in this section. That's what it sounds like. Let's bring it back one more time. Fucking hey, dude. The bass fucking kills on this album.
Thank God.
Not murders. Just kills. Oh, they got to put their little phaser there at the end. Their signature phaser.
Phase me out, Scotty.
Yeah. Well, that was King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Polygondwanaland. And what an album it was.
We went back in time.
I am excited to discuss this. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to really break it down, guys. Don't go away.
The album concept hour. The album concept hour. The album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
Welcome everybody to the album concept hour. If you're wondering where that theme song comes from, you've come to the right episode of this podcast because we are finally doing a deep dive into
The theme song.
The theme song of the podcast. Yep. We are finally diving into Polygondwanaland once again. We have discussed it on our, I think, our very first bonus episode. We released our Polygondwanaland recording, which was technically our first recording, right? Like, that was before we recorded an episode, I think. So technically that's like the first time we're getting on the mic and kind of like, you know, getting our gears with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't, and then I released it later as an episode.
It wasn't like this. No, because we sat around and we just listened to like what you wanted to do for like themes.
Yeah.
Playing us, and you're like,
because I was like, I also wanted to test the mics and stuff. So I was like, let's. So technically, that was our one of our first recordings.
Episode 0.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But we didn't get into any of the concepts of it. We didn't get any of the lyrics. You know, like we normally break down an album. That was one of the few episodes we didn't break it down, and it's such an important concept album, especially if you're a King Gizzard fan. We're going to get into it, but before we get into that stuff, we got to find out what we've been listening to. For me, it's all King Gizzard right now, because I dove deep on this one, and I've been listening to just anything remotely related to the Gizzverse, including Murder of the Universe, Nonagon Infinity, everything. Literally a little bit from like the whole discography, honestly. So yeah, I'm back in King Gizzard mode, guys, and I have not been paying attention to the Music League. I am behind. So next week I'll probably know more about that. I think Dave is also a little bit behind.
I'm behind.
But what about you, Dave? What have you been jamming on besides that?
So of course, Cake and Beastie Boys have made a return this last week or so.
What?
Cake and Beastie Boys have been listened to.
No. Oh, sorry. I thought for a second you said that they like made a thing, like a comeback or something.
They're going to do a tour.
Did.
And then
both of them had dev members, so like would be really not cool.
It'd be really tough.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
And then I had a list of some jazz funk albums I went through and listened to a bunch. So Places and Spaces by Donnie Byrd, Thrust by Herbie Hancock,
okay,
Burning Waves by Toshiyuki Honda, The Funky Hide of Sings, Billy Corbin, and then Free Ride by Dizzy Gillespie and Leo Schaffin, I think.
Okay.
So I've just been in the weird jazz
legends.
funk.
Yeah. You've been in a jazz funk?
I have.
I've been in a bit of a funk lately.
A jazz
what
funk.
kind of funk? A jazz funk.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about you, John? What you been jamming on? Anything particular recently?
I've been listening to a little bit of this new girl. Her name's Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean.
She's like a British artist. She's got some pretty good like bluesy style.
Is that the one you and Stephanie are listening to a little bit?
No, that was
something Hargrove, right?
That country singer.
Yeah.
Same trailer, different.
Okay. Sorry, different.
No, that was a different. This one I've been listening to in my own time.
Nice.
I don't know, she's just got some real groovy songs. So.
I like groovy. Yeah.
And watch the season finale of The Boys. It's great.
It was fun.
And I
enjoyed it.
Looking forward to finishing out this season of From.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a slept-on show, and it's pretty great.
Yeah, everyone's been telling me to watch From, and I know that I'll love it. So I always do this with shows that I know I'll love. I keep them at a distance for a while until I'm like ready to just open the floodgates.
They just burn through every season.
Thing.
Yeah. That's what we've been jamming on lately, guys. But I need to do some table dressing before we even get into this album. You know what I mean? This is first we got to talk about I just want to talk about the concept of the release of this album in general. That has nothing to do with the story beats before we get onto those. But so if you've ever wondered why our theme song has stuff from this album and our outro theme has stuff from this album, it's because of the way that King Gizzard released this album. When they released 5 albums that year, this one they released to the public to use as they wish, and especially encouraging people to use it to start up record labels or printing vinyls. You know what I mean? Like they wanted people to be able to start their own vinyl store from this album that they would not take any profit from. So there are plenty of places that took advantage of that, and when I heard about it, my idea was like, oh, I want to do podcasting. I'm going to use bits of this album for my podcasting. Now, I will say King Gizzard has become very, very popular, and it does feel, even to me, it still feels a little odd that we're still using King Gizzard and stuff. But I think that, the reason I keep it is because the concept of what they did, they put it out for you to use as you wish, and this is how I wanted to use it. So if you've ever listened to the theme song and you're like, it's kind of corny that you're using King Gizzard, not doing your own theme song, this is why. This is how I want to
use their free stuff.
And I think that I used it in a cool way. So stop hating on me, guys. No one's hating on me about this. Yeah, that's the whole idea. The release of this was very, very cool. You get the masters, you get even the CD booklets with that you actually need to send to the printers if you want to make a CD version of it. So yeah, there's a lot of different pressings of this, every different kind of pressing you could think of because of that. And that's actually, I think, how they do their demos too. All the demos they release, I believe, are under the same kind of free kind of game. There's a lot of different printings of those. So yeah, they almost, I mean, obviously not single-handedly, but they definitely had a huge impact on the vinyl market in general because they have their own vinyl operation that they operate and everything. And yeah, they just want everyone to be freed of the capitalist machine, if that's even possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's table dressing. Table dressing done. Now let's get into this concept, guys. So this album came out in 2017, the first year of King Gizzard, where they had 5 albums. I think it was the 4th of 5, I want to say. And it deeply connects to all the other albums that it was released around. You know what I mean? This is connected to Murder of the Universe, which we've covered. It's connected to Quarters. It's connected to Nonagon Infinity. It's connected to Flying Microtonal Banana. I know we've covered all of these, by the way. We have covered all of these. I see your faces. You're like, what are you talking about? But
I recognize.
I promise
most
that's
of
a
the
real
names.
thing.
I know.
I remember them all. Just the names of some
yeah.
of those were killing me.
So we have
Banana one.
we have pretty much covered all of the. I don't think we actually have covered Nonagon Infinity yet. I don't think that's on. We've done that yet, but that's probably one of the anniversaries. But we've covered a lot of them. We've covered a lot of what goes into the story of this album. And what I realized doing research this time, my twist on the Gizzverse is I think that it has a lot to do with time travel and multiverse stuff rather than being like kind of a one
singular
timeline. You know what I mean? And I will explain that as we go. Yeah, I think without further ado, here's the first track. And the first track is also chronologically at the end, because basically the crumbling castle is like a citadel at the end of time type of situation.
Think Loki, guys. Think
Loki. Yeah, Loki's the best recent example of that. and the show Dark. Those are going to be two helpful shows to understand what's going on. Here's Crumbling Castle. Oh. There are several pieces of the song on this clip.
Good.
I didn't set it up, but I set it up just now. Cheers. Cheers, guys. This makes me want to drink. Yeah, you got real thirsty at the end of that clip, you know? Yeah. But yeah, so that's another thing. We used that bit for What Is Dave Drinking? It's the bits of this album are all over our stuff on Flyover State Park.
Just sprinkled
throughout Polygondwanaland, you know?
The oddest samples you'll ever hear.
Yes. So this was you guys' first time hearing it all the way through. Like, because when we first did this, I just presented to you small clips of this album, and you were equally confused, I think.
Still am.
I mean, I don't give us as much credit back then. We were novices.
That's true.
That was the first thing we ever did.
Yeah.
Taking it back real long time.
I guess this is a thing. Yeah, no, I remember that was one of my favorite recordings too, because I was very well aware that out of context it was very strange. But yeah, so Crumbling Castle is kind of, first of all, an allegory for the Earth kind of dying and getting worse and worse, climate catastrophe stuff, as all of their stuff is kind of loosely about. There's two characters. There's the traveler, the seeker, as some people call him, and what I believe to be a version of Han Taiyumi, who is there's an anagram. It's an anagram for humanity. If you rearrange the letters, it's humanity. And he was the main character in Murder of the Universe. He's the guy that murdered the universe, right? But I believe at the beginning we have a version of him, maybe not the same version that murdered the universe, but a version of him. And they're kind of dwelling on what's going on in the world, how the world's crumbling around them. And he's asking if they're safe in their citadel, inching closer each century to the crumbling. And
real Council of Kangs kind of situation.
Yeah, shit's falling apart.
Multiverse is crumbling.
The multiverse
itself.
is crumbling. There's some allegations against
are crumbling.
There's some allegations that have been set forth against the villain of the series, and we have to go back to the drawing board. Let's see. There's the sound of constant lightning, which will be relevant in a minute. They're just kind of dwelling on the end of the world, which often happens in King Gizzard. But they go on an adventure. To Polygondwanaland, and in my opinion, an adventure through time. So here's a bit of Polygondwanaland. Polygondwanaland. That's a word.
Well, it has to be a word. It's the name of a song.
Yeah, it is now. By the way, the poly part, the poly part of Polygondwanaland is about the polyrhythms throughout the album. A lot of their albums do have like the title does have a loose reference to the music stuff going on. So they added that to Gondwanaland, and do you know what that is, guys? That is another term for like Pangea. You remember where all the continents are together?
Yeah.
So that's part of also why I believe it's a time travel situation. They're going back to when the continents were together.
Unity.
Some people think that they're just going to a different like part of the world or something, or they found a lost, distant land. I think they're going back in time to try and prevent the murder of the universe, potentially.
By bringing the murderer back.
Yeah, it's a complicated plan that doesn't necessarily pan out in this album.
Yeah,
but I think it does pan out in other parts of the Gizzverse. Yeah. You know what?
You live and you learn.
This might be This might be a good time to bust out my noteboard here. So we're gonna be referencing this a lot. So let's just get
comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I will say, King Giz is really good at using as many instruments and as many time signatures as they possibly can.
Dude, yes. Especially like this was their album where they first like really showed what they were capable of. You know what I mean? This is before Infest the Rat's Nest, which I think is the next time they kind of show people what they're capable of. But like this is like they've been kind of building towards this level of musicianship for a while, and finally I think pull it off like better than they ever have before. What was I doing? Oh yeah, yes, the poster board here. So I was just talking about how they traveled back in time to Polygondwanaland.
Vote for King Gizzard. Oh wait, never mind.
So here's a little bit of something that we can use to kind of understand what's going on in the universe.
At some point, like maybe a screen capture, and we'll put it up.
Yeah. We'll put it up in the short or whatever this ends up being. So I have here's at the bottom we have timelines / canon events. All right, guys. So I was just talking about Crumbling Castle.
Yes.
Now, after Crumbling Castle is the murder of the universe.
Got it.
You don't want that.
No, bad.
We don't want murder of the universe. We want the universe to be alive. So, Crumbling Castle, the murder of the universe already kind of started. So they go back in time to Polygondwanaland using the river. The river, right, guys? You know where the river is from?
Oh, yeah.
Styx.
The river is from the album Quarters, which infamously got one for our ranking. So basically, so this is where we start. We go back in time to Polygondwanaland. So we both start and kind of end in Polygondwanaland, and
it's a
then
circle of life.
We go to the river,
shit up in Polygondwanaland,
and then what was it? Is that actually the next track? Oh yeah, we get to Castle in the Air. Let's just, I'll just play that clip while we're doing it.
I feel like there are some albums we need like this a lot.
I should do this for more. You're right, actually. I agree. This would really be helpful. Maybe I should utilize those boards I have. Those
dry
erase boards. Yeah.
See, this is when the doctor realized he made a mistake, so he had to go back.
Yeah. So
I want you doing this like live with the
Dr.
camera.
Feelgood.
we need like a camera right there so that we can just show it. Basically though, a lot of what we're going to be paying attention to happens on this top line here. This is the darkest timeline.
Oh.
And that's kind of
that's
what we're
our
dealing.
Timeline now.
That's kind of, I would argue actually the middle timeline's our timeline.
Okay.
Yeah, Murder of the Universe is dark, is the darkest, I think. Infest the Rat's Nest and Petrodragonic Apocalypse, I think is the end of the world that we're heading towards.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I like rats and dragons.
Yeah. You know, rats and dragons are pretty tight. I prefer them to robots and cyborgs. You know,
the mutated rats. Maybe some of them can beat the machines. You know,
maybe yeah.
Either that or the
rats versus machines.
They do come from hell, I believe. The rats and that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I thought that's where they normally come
fight
from.
the machines. Then.
So we're so far. We're right here in our journey, right here, as far as the album goes. So let's play the track that's happening right there.
Let's get into it.
This is The Castle in the Sky. There you go. So that was The Castle in the Sky.
Oh.
Yeah, let me get those lyrics up. Castle in the Air. I labeled that wrong. Castle in the Air.
You got that on the poster board, though.
Yeah. Yep, Castle. Yep, I got it right.
You know, different universes, different interpretations.
Yeah. So
same meaning.
Basically the Castle in the Air during Polygondwanaland, they are traveling down the river.
Okay.
You see a lot in the river music video. You can see some of the stuff.
Bruce Springsteen's there
from Polygondwanaland. And then the Castle in the Air. Basically, it's kind of weird. This is a part where, like, the kind of there's okay
mythological aspect.
So there's a few points in the story where, like, the character just kind of either like just changes to a different scenario or dreams into a different place, basically. So, like, they're going on this boat down the river of time, but then when they get to the end of that river, they're back at their citadel. So, like, somehow they transition from the boat to the citadel. I don't know exactly how that happens, but the citadel is still with them. Because that's the Castle in the Air they're referring to right here. And while they're in the past, though, they're seeing all sorts of, like, weird creatures. There's, like, creatures with one eyes. There's, like, creatures with their faces, like, on their chest, and some of them sustain off of just smell. Let's see. Hold on, I think I have the name of them here. Monopods and astomi are what they're called, and they're, like, basically mythological creatures from like Polygondwanaland, or, like, if you've ever played Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
It's like the earliest timeline where, like, there's cavemen and dinosaurs together. It's basically that, you know? Because this is the part where they do mention, like, the dinosaurs being there, and, you know, be worried, you know, don't, you know.
I hope there's a couple of hodags.
A couple of what?
Hodags.
Hodags? Was that a creature in that?
It's a mythological creature from, like, northern Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. That's one of our. That's like our.
It's Rhinelander.
Our Jersey guy.
Yep.
Yeah. We've got some stuff
cool
going on
too.
in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Come on. Giz.
Mostly serial killers, but I prefer that kind of thing.
I mean, Giz can make a song about hodags and serial killers, I'm sure.
I would appreciate that, frankly. I think that'd be nice. But yeah, so they're in this. My opinion is the reason that they're going back to this time period is they want to set things right. They want to prevent the murder of the universe happening, and they go all the way back. You know,
best way to make sure you get the whole thing.
Yeah. But they do kind of, like, skip forward at some point in the story, because, like, first of all, the Castle in the Air and Desert Dunes are pretty much the same scenario, where they're meeting all of these indigenous peoples, but there is a twinge of, like, wanting to colonize them or wanting to show them the right way of things. So you can tell that there's like, there's some maybe ill will, from the main characters, but they're still mostly good and still hanging out together. So Hantayumi and right, here we go. The Seeker and Hantayumi, right? I got circle dot for the Seeker.
Got it.
That's our main character who's not Hantayumi yet. He will become Hantayumi.
He's the Tim Taylor to the original Santa Claus kind of thing. I got it.
Yeah. I think that's right.
He's the apprentice. Here we go.
He's the apprentice.
He's the apprentice.
And then Hantayumi is still with him.
Hantayumi.
He's still with him in these songs, but then once we get to the Horology trilogy, they split up. Like at some point, Hantayumi goes his own way, and the Seeker is left alone on the shore. And when he gets to this shore, he doesn't find any life or any creatures, but he finds the castle, the crumbling castle, but like an earlier time.
It hasn't quite crumbled yet.
Yeah. It's still
a castle.
It's still a castle. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah. We still have one more track here. Here's first of all, I wanted to get one transition at least because there's a lot of like really great transitions throughout the album.
Transition.
Yeah, it's one of those albums you kind of talked about. It doesn't stop. It really just kind of.
It sounds like one track.
It is kind of yeah. You can definitely like listen to it like it is one track because, first of all, you can't really count it unless you're some kind of drummer genius. But
math wizard.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's. So I wanted to basically show one of the transitions. So here's between track 3 and 4. It's the album concept hour. Welcome everybody to the album concept hour. My name is Brad. We have John here. What's going on?
Yeah, we're just chilling.
Hey,
we got Dave. I just realized I didn't actually introduce our names at the beginning, so it's good that I did that.
You can do that whenever. It's just a different timeline.
Yeah. We're dealing with timelines. We're dealing with all sorts of
ourselves.
Yeah. So I think that it's fine. I will say, okay. So I do think that. Desert Dunes. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. We gotta play Desert Dunes. Here's another part of Desert Dunes. Welcome, Weary Feet. Hell yeah. This is maybe one of my favorite tracks, as you can tell by how I chose it for the theme song. So this is a part where they diverge, right? So I think this is where Hantayumi becomes an alternate version of Hantayumi. So here we go. We follow him this way, and he goes over here, and I believe the altered beast, alter me stuff, that's alternate Hantayumi turning into like getting the fourth color, basically. The fourth color,
beast mode.
He's going beast mode. He's getting the fourth color. The fourth color, I guess, is the key to the power of Hantayumi, weirdly. At least according to this album. Because you can see both ultraviolet light and you can see time. So I think it's like the key to the time travel. But yeah, so he goes off, and the events of Altered Beast happen, which I believe refer to him. And then he actually, in my timeline here, he comes back as the villain in the Horology trilogy. So I think that alternate Han Tayumi, basically, he got the abilities of the fourth color, but not through cyborg enhancements or moving his body into a robot. He got
that comes later.
That comes later. Yeah. You're understanding, Dave.
I'm trying to follow the chart.
So okay, Horology Trilogy.
Confusing.
Well, now we're about to get into the Horology Trilogy, so I'll explain what's going on here. This is basically a like mini story here where the traveler, having come to the shore and found the castle put back together, remembers actually a past like event in his life, and he kind of just becomes that character in the flashback, if that makes sense. Like he has
a memory that wasn't his.
He finds the castle, then he has a memory, but instead of it actually being a memory, I think he like just he becomes he like enters the memory, and that becomes his like present. Is that
no? I'm just trying to figure out where everyone is at currently.
That's why I wear the tinfoil hat. So currently, so they split during
split.
Desert Dunes. They split.
Okay, the Seekers
Alt Tayumi went and had his own adventure on Murder of the Universe from the Altered Beast stuff.
Yes,
and then he comes back. So the Altered Beast stuff is from an earlier time period, even in Murder of the Universe. So it makes sense chronologically. And then he comes back. He is now the ruler, this kind of despot ruler that this group of people are trying to cause an insurrection against him.
And the Seekers caught up, and they're now both in the same...
Yeah. They're now both in the same area, but
does
now...
the Seeker recognize this altered?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So they don't know who each other are yet.
No. He's just a despot that the Seeker is trying to topple. Basically, he remembered this past life, and then he entered that past life. Kind of like
Avatar stuff. There we go.
Yeah, or Holy Mountain they drew a lot of inspiration from Holy Mountain, which if you haven't seen, good for you, but it is it's an insane fucking movie.
Good brewery too.
Good brewery. But yeah, it's a Jodorowsky joint. If you know anything about that guy. He was gonna direct Dune, Jodorowsky's Dune. And if you've seen Holy Mountain, you'd understand why that would have been fucking bonkers. But anyway, this isn't a Holy Mountain podcast. If you want that, you're gonna have to go to...
That's a whole other podcast.
I actually did a podcast about Holy Mountain for the best horror pod in Philly. Go check it out. Former guest. It's a great show.
Plenty of Holy Mountain there.
And a lot of Earwolf folks on that show. He did a good job. But yeah, here's a trilogy of songs that is in this period where it's like it's almost like a medieval setting, you know? So I believe it's like a version of Han Tayumi that's like doing the like power usurping in like a different way and like a less, ultimately destructive way. Okay. But here is Inner Cell.
Now, I'm thinking this Han Tayumi is a very much in-self. He wants to just destroy the world and just blow up the universe.
Well, I mean, not yet. Not in this point in his career.
He still has some positivity.
I mean, it's just we just know it's coming. You know what I mean? Like his character throughout most of this is like not thinking about destroying the universe, but like
he's thinking what he's doing is good.
He's thinking, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like by the dark comparison is like I think that he went back in time, or he sent himself back in time to hopefully prevent Murder of the Universe. but instead he kind of created different calamities that were just.
And by doing so, he ended up
becoming the murderer of the universe.
Well, like just in a different form, in the form of like
it's a never-ending
Infest the Rat's Nest and Petrodragonic Apocalypse, and other, there's like a black hole situation, but that's just like one song. But yeah, I think that it's like different versions of him trying to supposedly do better, but his older self is always meddling and like subverting it.
Knock it off, you.
For instance, in this story, there, let's see, it says, "Look for me with a beak, a cloak adorned, scented leaves, a void between foulest stench of those above, whispering inner cell." But they dress up with like this kind of cloak and beak situation, but they're apparently doing well on their insurrection. But there is a Judas. There is someone that is.
Is he a priest?
I don't know. I don't. You know what? He might be a priest.
Nice.
Because a lot of these guys seem like either wizard-like or priest-like. If you remember any of the music videos, there's usually like 7 hooded guys.
Was that just the band?
Believe they're one of the reincarnate, like they're an old incarnation of those guys. Because there's like 2 sets of 7 guys. And forget I said that. That's confusing. So
I can't forget it.
Like 2 sets of 7 guys in the band.
Well, no.
Never mind.
No, there are 7 guys in the band, but in several storylines, there's like 7 like
cloaked
cloaked men that do shit. But yeah, in this instance, one of them is
the 7th seal.
Is a bad guy. Oh yeah, I did want to mention one thing. A meta thing, I guess, is the fact that Stu here. This is Stu.
Looks like he just ate a lemon.
Lead singer. He's always sticking his tongue out, at least in that era. And on the right here, that's Han Tayumi. That's the robot Han Tayumi. Where he's his face. One of my things about the murder of the universe and all the different stuff that he sings about, and like kind of there's like body horror type stuff, is we find out later in the real world, Stu's got Crohn's disease, so he probably deals with a lot of crapping, when he doesn't want to.
This is part of the Gizzverse.
And so my headcanon is that part of the reason he writes about this stuff, as well as the end of the world, like climate change, catastrophe stuff, is that like at least with Murder of the Universe, he like put vomit instead of shit or whatever. But it's like it's kind of him talking about wanting to get it, have his escape some of these physical torments, and like there is a part of the story you couldn't connect to just Stu, just kind of expressing his personal stuff.
That's Brad always reaching for the most.
Yeah, that's why there's a question mark. That's why there's a question mark on the equals. I think Stu is kind of Han Tayumi,
That could be.
Yeah. But yeah, this next track though we got for you is.
Did you draw that?
What?
The picture.
No. I got these printed out. But yeah, this is Inner Cell, or sorry, Loyalty. Yeah.
That's heavy on the headphones.
Yeah. Do you know what a Judas Cradle is? It's like basically what Dracula would do to people, the old or the guy that Dracula's based on, where he would like impale them and it
Vlad the
Impaler. slowly.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. He kind of in this part of the story is a bit of a Vlad the Impaler kind of guy.
So it's just kind of decorating the land.
Yeah, he is. It is almost like Victorian, like not Victorian.
Like a demonic Martha Stewart.
Yeah. It's like a demonic Martha Stewart.
Look at all my humans on posts.
Yeah.
Brightens up
the place. Yeah.
Gives off real Joffrey.
So
vibes,
this song though in general is about kind of this like, police state he's creating to get rid of the insurrectionists and he's trying to find out who's loyal to him, and he says he's willing to kill your children to prove he's not a coward. He'll draw and quarter you. He'll put you guys on stakes. He is just not having it.
Stake him up.
Stake him up.
Stake him up.
That's what he was singing to himself. But yeah, he's a bad motherfucker right now. He's not being very nice to anyone.
Oh, come on.
Eventually all of the guys from his crew have been caught, and he goes into prison. He goes into a prison cell, and his eyes are gouged out by this guy. So that's where our character ends in this part of the story. The horology trilogy is not very, very kind to him, and
is that why it's called a horology trilogy?
They're hoeing him out.
Horrible.
Yeah. But no, horology though is the study of
time.
Of hold on, what was it again?
I think you said time.
Yeah, study of the passage of time or something. Hold on. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Squeak no.
Oh yeah, the science of measuring time. So what I think basically it's basically the missing piece from what a lot of people talk about with the Gizzverse. Like usually people don't involve time travel, but I think the fact that they're literally calling a song like the study of the science of time or whatever, it's like, that suggests to me that part of this story had to have time travel involved.
I'm getting just a ton of like Don Darko vibes through this whole thing.
There's definitely, that's definitely another time loop situation.
Yes.
Where there's like multiple options for the outcome, we'll let you know how the trilogy ends though, the horology trilogy. The last track, I think I might have spoiled a little bit of it already, but
I don't think so.
We're going to take a quick break, though, because I just realized we were halfway through the album. And when we come back, I'm going to finish my presentation about Polygondwanaland. BRB. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Album Concept Hour, and we are about halfway through Polygondwanaland.
We're just time traveling here.
Gizzard, we're just, just moving through time, normal like.
Just boating down this river of time.
Oh yeah, I forgot to play the bit that's. I think this is the bit we used for Rolling Stone, my old improv comedy podcast that was before the Album Concept Hour. But I believe this is the bit we used for that one. Yeah, I had like a whole like kind of Law and Order-y bit over this, I think. I was describing the premise of the podcast. His sketch works as Uspus, and this is his story or whatever.
True facts of the Highway Patrol.
Yeah, you can tell I have not listened to my own that old podcast in a long time. But there's 25 episodes of okay improv. If you guys want to dive into Rolling Stone,
is there any of like really good?
I think the best one is probably the one where I play the ghost of Jack White, but I'm speaking in a Liverpoolian accent.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's a good bit, and also Jack White's not dead, but it's pretty good.
It really is. You're just in a whole different timeline.
Yeah, well, that's a whole like the Rolling Stone was a whole like post 9/11 situation, and like they were investigating these stoners that worked at the USPS.
Weren't you paid to be like in that show? Weren't you like? Wasn't your character like paid to work for the government or something? Or
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
A stoner in the truck.
Yes. There was me and my old roommate Luis doing some improv. But there's also a Rolling Stone or a King Gizzard song called "Rolling Stoned," which I didn't know when I titled the podcast. But yeah.
Well done.
It was always meant to be. But yeah, here's the end of the Horology trilogy. Horology. So yeah, this song is told from the perspective of Han Taiyumi of the future. And you pretty much only know that if you have the comic book. Can you pass me the comic book?
Yes.
There's one of the things the comic book does that, made me have to take out a notebook and write some lines is some of the characters, when they speak, like the reason I know that this character is one of the Han Taiyumis, or at least a cyborg, is because the font is in like a robotic font. So every time one of the cyborgs is speaking, it's in a robotic font. So this story is being told in a robotic font, kind of as the past. He's describing basically what this overlord has been doing, kind of just a different perspective of what happened in the previous track, pretty much. He's telling the overall story. His eyes were green, a window to the ninth circle of hell, a tiny neck supporting a head filled with an unbending desolation. Very much conduit of Satan himself.
Yeah.
To Chort, Abaddon, and Set. Very much like very similar to Vlad the Impaler, indoctrinated with impalement here. Yeah. But yeah, the plot was crushed, and they let some roam the deserts without their skin, forever marked.
That sounds painful.
And then so our traveler, the main character whose eyes were gouged out, escapes his prison and kind of wanders the desert looking for for something, and he finds the castle walls. So that's where the previous story. Okay, that's where.
All right,
we're back to the board. So that's where the previous story here. You know how the seeker went
Split
forward
off.
and kind of like his consciousness went to this memory.
Yep.
Basically, now they are both at the same place. They both wound up at the castle, right? They both wound up at the castle, and this is also again they have parallel stories. The alternate Han Tayomi also goes to this next trilogy. So after all that horrible shit happens, he goes off. He finds the castle. To his surprise, he finds the same guy, the Vlad the Impaler guy, the guy that caused all of that stuff, but like at a future point in his timeline. So here is the beginning of that tetrachromacy.
Been through some shit.
Yeah, he apologizes in the song.
See what I can see.
I like to see a Bill and Ted movie where they go through the Gizzverse collecting all these random people,
God,
and then bring them back for like a concert or something.
oh my God, I love that so much. Just like even in like an anime or something that like really like tries to make this into like a coherent story.
Yeah, make it like the Castlevania animated.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be wicked.
They're gonna absolutely like a video game series would be a good way to go. Yeah. Honestly. But yeah, so he heard this. It starts with, I heard a story could be true about a color under blue. You couldn't see it with your eyes or invent it with intellect. So this is kind of what I was explaining about earlier. The fourth color they're trying to discover, which allows you to see ultraviolet and time. And I think that the fact that you're able to see time or whatever is like maybe the key to the time travel. Maybe that's why they're able to
the time bridge,
traverse through time
path, time river.
Yeah. So this guy, the alternate Han Tayomi, has already kind of gained that ability to travel through time. He's gained the ability to see the fourth color, and he's wanting to give that to the Seeker, who is now at the castle with him. But the key there is the reason that I know that that's the same character as the beginning. So remember, we have the regular Han Tayomi that is with him in the beginning of the story, right? And then at Castle in the Air, they diverge. The Han Tayomi becomes this despot, and the other Han Tayomi, I think, just maybe goes to do the murder of the universe stuff. So yeah, Han Tayomi goes here. But yeah, along the way, he becomes the altered guy. I'm getting myself lost now.
There's a lot happening. Don't worry.
There's a lot going on, guys.
A lot going on. But glassy-eyed. Right. So at the beginning of the comic, the reason I know they're the same guy is because the comic refers to the Han Tayomi guy at the beginning as glassy-eyed, and then it refers to the despot guy later as glassy-eyed. So you know it's the same glassy-eyed motherfucker.
Ooh, bright eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, this next track we got for you is Searching. So, okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. I should make a quick point here before we get Searching. This is the track that our character, or our hero, becomes Han Tayomi. Basically, the Han Tayomi from the future is like, hey, I have this this machine that can put you into this thing called a robot, which, considering they were kind of in medieval times or whatever, it seemed very strange. But I think there was like a time jump between when he like left his cell and like wandered the desert.
You have to be, where
Yeah.
this has to be made somewhere unless they bring
Yeah.
it back. So they have to be
Yeah.
at some point
I
in time
think
where it's
that-
a feasible.
I think that basically like between like
It's like Stargate.
here, and here, there's like several time jumps that like aren't like conscious of them. They just happen. You know what I mean? In like a kind of surrealist kind of way. Like all of a sudden they are in this new story.
It's kind of like in Marvel, like who was that? Kang goes back to be like Ramatut and like rule Egypt and shit.
Right. He's got plenty. He's got many different timelines that he exists in. You know, he's very much a similar character as Kang, honestly. But yeah, so yeah, this next track though is called "Searching," and it's the transition.
Searching for the way. Try to brighten up my day. Searching for the glow inside the rainbow.
Searching. Yeah, the comic does have like a really cool way that they represent this, which I just want to show. Searching, like a computer searching for a signal or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, that was
Connection of some kind.
yeah, that was clever.
Trying to download different
yeah.
universes.
Well, this is the first time. So like my thought is that Hantayumi basically, in this form that is alternate Hantayumi, was able to get the power of the fourth color without becoming a robot, but it wasn't as powerful. So he's like ushering in a new Hantayumi to become a more powerful version of himself, essentially. So basically, like unknowingly, alternate Hantayumi is creating the one that does the murder of the universe.
So
But he was trying to stop that originally.
would you say that old Hantayumi picked new Hantayumi to be?
Yes.
Like, because there's obviously different versions in
Yes.
general.
Yeah.
You know, there's different universes, different things, timelines, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, you think he should have just made like a clone of himself?
Well,
Hypothetical question, of course.
interesting idea. I never introduced
You know?
cloning into the situation.
But, no, I know, and you shouldn't. The
Yeah.
decision's been made here.
Yeah.
He chose
Yeah.
who to be the
Well,
next
yeah, 'cause-
infinite
well, 'cause, like-
Hantayumi.
Well, yeah, because part of it though,
King of the Ricks.
part
kind
of it,
thing, you
the
know?
reason that they went to a robot though was to create a version of themselves that could also like upgrade and change
Yeah,
their
be
hardware
different,
and yeah, they wanted to ascend to a different type of being. So
consciousness.
cloning wouldn't have satisfied that.
That's a fair
You
point.
know what I mean? So yeah, he brought him to the next step of evolution, and then this is where like we kind of have to explain a lot more of the thing. So to bear with me, guys. So this is where we get to some of the other albums that we haven't talked about yet today. So after he becomes the one that does Murder of the Universe, there's a lot of stuff that happens in between then and the actual Murder of the Universe, right? So first you got apparently Hantayumi. A lot of people think he becomes the Lord of Lightning
Yes.
in the Murder of the Universe album. So he becomes this Lord of the Lightning guy. He fights Balrog, and then he comes up here, and then Gamma Knife and Mind Fuzz and stuff happen. Basically, TLDR for Nonagon Infinity. Gamma Knife is this thing that happens where the 7 sages or whatever stab these knives into the ground and create this Nonagon Infinity egg that and that unknowingly to them, they're trying to find immortality, but instead they bring about the end of the universe.
Also starting to sound like an old
Don't you hate
RPG
it?
game,
It is very much like an RPG. Yes,
like
absolutely.
Saga Frontier or anything around or Xenogears.
So they're trying to find immortality. Instead, they start the apocalypse, and they they enter this thing called digital black, which is referred to in Murder of the Universe. But what digital black is essentially is basically in this storyline, humanity, after Hantayumi came to being, humanity, he like somehow convinced them to upload themselves into like a Matrix type situation. So at a certain point in the timeline, all, if not most of humanity is in this digital black realm where they are not actually like corporeal figures. They're actually
Storage.
They're actually, in hard drives and stuff. So yeah, instead of immortality, they find like digital immortality essentially, and then that's the a lot of the I'm in your mind fuzz is kind of that situation playing out, and then it gets back to Murder of the Universe because the song Digital Black is from Murder of the Universe. Then let's see, we also have kind of an offshoot of what's going on at the same time as Nonagon Infinity and stuff is happening. Basically, Flying Microtonal Banana is just some of the kind of apocalypse stuff that's happening at the same time. It doesn't really affect the story that much. It's just happening.
It's a bunch of fun side quests.
It's side quests. Flying Microtonal Banana is essentially side quests for the Gizzverse.
But you want to skip it all because you want to level up a little bit. You want to find some cool.
Yeah. You want to maybe
Loot.
you want to maybe play Rattlesnake.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are pretty neat stories,
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, all of that eventually leads to the actual Murder of the Universe. So Alt's Taomi fucked up. If he was trying to save the universe, he actually ended up creating the guy that destroyed the universe.
You fucked it up.
Now.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
I'm going to return to the timeline
Become
on the
your own
bottom
worst
here.
enemy.
So here's looking forward the timeline. This is the timeline I kind of just explained to you, where they go back in time, they do the horology, the Seeker becomes Hantayumi, he Lord of Lightning, Nonagon Infinity, Digital Black, Crumbling Castle, rinse and repeat.
Murder.
Basically, the point at which they leave the Crumbling Castle and enter Polygondwanaland, or wait, no, sorry. Hold on, place for the. No, when they exit Polygondwanaland, that's when the timelines diverge, right? And this is where we get Fishing for Fishies, which is a timeline where Hantayumi becomes the robot, but just fishes and fucks off, and doesn't do the Murder of the Universe thing.
Not bad.
Just thinks in his fishing
And then
boat.
I don't know what happens quite in the middle, but I believe that's the timeline where we just kill ourselves in the world with Infest the Rat's Nest and Petrodronic Apocalypse. So, still, not good timeline. Another timeline not very good.
How many albums have not been used yet?
The third timeline here is where we get to I think they're trying to build a positive timeline. So one of the Hantayumis, I think instead of creating himself, becoming a robot, and Butterfly 3000 just
up.
actually transitions naturally into the being that they want it to become. Instead of becoming a robot or a cyborg, they metamorphosize. And I think that's what Made in Timeland and Laminated Denim is about. Because I think that is part of them trying to fix the timeline. You know what I mean? And maybe a further, extension of that, if you want to talk about a good end of the world scenario, Magenta Mountain from the Omnium Gatherum is like the good end, the good, like the happy kind of positive place that they can end up. So, any questions?
Yes.
Yes, Dave.
So, how many albums have not been listed on this entire flow chart?
Like of the entire discography?
Yeah.
Oh, this is maybe a third or half.
Okay.
Because
so there's still
there is
a lot that could be your mystery one. Then you're saying.
Well, this is like basically the first phase of the Gizzverse. I feel like there is somewhat of a soft reboot of the Gizzverse
That's why they
at a
murdered
certain
the
point.
universe, obviously.
Yeah, and so because like Hantayumi isn't really a part of the story these days, you know. So I think that they have done a soft reboot, and so this is kind of Gizzverse version 1.0.
So there's nothing that could be in that one spot that's just question marks.
Oh, you're talking about this part.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So
Brad wants.
I mean, that could be just
Dave wants
that
it
might
to be
just
finished.
be
Damn it.
honestly that might just be the like first several albums that they had that were just kind of, you know, middle of the road, not crazy stuff going on, you know. Maybe that was maybe the question is literally just King Gizzard jamming out in their early career. You know what I mean? But yeah, I couldn't find any other specific things connecting to stuff in those albums. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the Gizzverse 1.0 from the album Concept Hour. We have one more track though, the Fourth Color, and I got two sections of the song because it's kind of long. Here's the first part. Yeah. I love that. That's one of my favorite guitar licks in the album, I think. But it's noodly as fuck. I love the verse here. Rising up out of my body, I am omnipresent for thee. Many fingers, many minds, and many eyeballs, my feet. I walk the streets holy. I am born again. I see the light. It's in my face. My brain is storing information. Now I am a god in a photon. I see through walls. I see your heat. I can see your terror. With sight, you can see the future. So this is him fully embracing his bad guy-ness, you know. Like the many eyeballs, that's like kind of the digital black thing happening where everyone's connected to the internet and he just kind of has everyone
access to everything
stored in him or something. And he can see heat, he can see terror, he can see the future. But here's the thing. Eventually, he does get sick of this and decides to murder the universe. And that's what you kind of hear a little bit of here at the screamy kind of bit.
Man, someone should tell him with great power becomes great responsibility, or what was the Spider-Man quote?
Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility.
Maybe he wouldn't murder them.
Yeah. He just needed an Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he just got an Uncle him.
Oh.
You know, he's got another uncle of himself. But yeah, so you know so you can tell what I mean now when I say I think almost every character we're going to be talking about is the same guy. Like I think that like there's like the first guy that splits off here, and then he kind of gets caught in his own loop of sorts. Like there's like a lesser Hantayumi that's like caught in his own like loop where he's just kind of in service of this
like lesser Hantayumi.
Yeah. And then there's this greater Hantayumi that murders the universe.
And then don't forget about middle Hantayumi.
Well, yeah, that's our
too,
traveler pretty much. Yeah. But I think I'm starting to understand the Gizzverse. I think it might be.
Well, from the looks of this, I think you have a pretty decent understanding.
That or I need to see a doctor or something. You know?
Yeah, that's why we do this.
That or get really more into crafts.
It's okay.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I should get more poster boards though. I would love to do this for like a Mars Volta album.
Ooh,
You know, probably be necessary with the Mars Volta
The
album.
Voltiverse.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll post this. Let me know what you guys think of my theories here. But we're gonna do one more thing.
Yeah, make a quick call.
Oh shit. Okay. We're gonna rank this thing. Oh wait, nope. Well, I guess
Oh, I'll drink right now.
we gotta, I guess, do that now. Well, we're doing what is Dave drinking now. I have been sipping on a bunch of that Coors you brought over. I love that fucking Coors Banquet. And some Wawa. What about you, Dave?
I had a Modelo and a little Guinness Extra Stout. Nothing
Yeah,
too crazy.
the Guinness is good.
Guinness.
Although I think I had 2 of those, and it was very heavy in my stomach. You know what I mean? Like I forgot how heavy Guinness is.
Oh, it's just extra.
Yeah. But I think John is drinking one of the THC drinks we have available around
Oliphant.
these parts, and that's
That's what
we've been drinking. Oh, we accidentally did a what is Dave drinking?
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to, but we did.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah. I said you drank one of the weed drinks.
Yeah. It's Oliphant Doom. The
Oliphant
strawberry
Doom.
lemonade flavor.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
They're tasty. They are very tasty. All right.
They
now,
make 100 milligram cans now.
dude. I know,
They
don't
kick
even,
your ass.
They don't even give a fuck anymore, man.
Those fucking kick your ass.
They don't give a fuck about the rules anymore.
Well, and the year won't be any more rules.
Oh, what?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah, with more fascist stuff coming down the pipe.
Yep.
Fun. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. But we gotta rank this.
Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up.
All right. I feel like you guys should go first this time. I feel very biased in this particular ranking.
Dave, I want to hear what you guys are saying first.
Okay.
You guys know what number I wanted at. You guys know exactly.
I want to hear what Dave's got to say. He's gonna.
Yeah.
have
I have it hovering
analytical point of view.
at 3 just because I need to move it around anyway.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So the music, I'm not a terribly fan of the music of the album.
Yeah, that's fair.
So for me, we'll go right in the middle, like 2.5.
Mm.
But we'll build up because I got other
Yeah.
interests, like the batshit crazy story of these characters and time traveling and ending of the world. That's just top tier storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I think it is one of their stronger stories.
So, we go mostly of concepts, but I will say the music does sometimes place it a little bit higher. If you're like 4.5 or you're trying you use something to kind of like push it up or down. So for me, I would say it's an easy 4.5.
Fair. Yeah, I like that. What about you, John? What are you thinking?
I was gonna give it a 4.
Yeah,
I know where you want to go, Brad. But
personally, I'm definitely very much on a 5.
Yeah.
But
no,
this is a democracy.
I kind of agree a little bit with what Dave was saying, but I actually really enjoyed the backing music though a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, like,
so did I.
It was very,
overall,
like,
I was like, ugh.
It was very like melding. You never really like stopped hearing the same tones.
So I mean, between 2, 4, 4.5, whatever, and I'm assuming 5, you could probably have it a low 5.
And honestly, what bumped it up a whole point for me, Brad, was your board. And you just put so much work into it, and I know what you know is pretty accurate. So I
will say I will say I think that I do have one thing that I could criticize it for, and that is that the concept, much like Marvel viewing sometimes, does require additional listening to get the full concept.
Or also,
you know what I mean?
More of an idea of the other albums that feed into the album.
Yeah. I think that for me is the only thing that I think can make me
hinder
put it. Let's say officially maybe a 4.75. You know what I mean? I want to put it right next to Murder of the Universe though, because it's kind of the sister album to Murder of the Universe. And
from everything on your board, Brad, I would have to agree.
Yeah. I think that it's almost, I agree with what you guys are saying, and like I said, without the extra stuff, it doesn't fully connect. It doesn't fully make sense on a first listening necessarily that it's all connected. You know what I mean? So yeah. You guys think that's good? Good ranking, 4.75.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair average of what we were saying.
So we have spoken. That's why Infest of the Rat's Nuts is a 5 though, because it's on its own. It is a tight story that doesn't need any other King Gizzard record.
It's a fuck ton of rats.
Yeah. And then Polygondwanaland, of course, because they created a fucking instrument. I think is why we put it up there. But that's our ranking for Polygondwanaland. It's been a long time coming. I'm really glad that we finally
since our first recording.
Yeah, first recording, and now we're doing time traveling today. In our history here. So I'm glad that we've been connecting some loose threads lately. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to go back to like old conversations and find things that maybe we were like, oh, we should definitely cover this, or we should talk about this sometime. I'm trying to find those bits and and do that. Which got me thinking we should, I think, do another Floyd soon. Because we're just gonna stay in season 5 forever.
He's getting the Floyd itch.
I'm getting the itch, man. There's still plenty of Floyd. We're not gonna do another season. It's all season 5 from here on out. So yeah, at some point, I think in the near future, we might do maybe a couple Floyd in a row or something. I don't know.
Could have Floyd February.
Floyd February. Let us wait. That'd be a while from now.
No, I say we could have done that.
Oh yeah. Or maybe what's a month coming up?
Floydtober.
Floydtober. Yeah, we could do Floydtober leading up to the anniversary or something. But let us know your thoughts in the comments, guys. When you want us to cover Floyd, and how many of them you want us to do in a row. You know what I mean? Because I would like to do a couple Floyd in a row.
We gotta be close to
We're I think 2/3 maybe through that.
At least you said over
discography.
Half.
Yeah.
Be there's no.
I believe we're over half. Yeah.
We're in the weeds
because we only did one. Have one of their soundtracks. I think they have several soundtracks. I think only one of them we considered an album. So, we don't have to do the other one or two. I think they have. But anyway, thank you all for listening in on the Album Concept Hour. We always appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you want to watch some more stuff, go to youtube.com/FlyOverStatePark. Watch some music movies tonight. We should have the Blues Brothers one up soon enough. My schedule's been a little tight, so I haven't had as much time for editing, but I am working on it, y'all. So look forward to that. And it's been a fun night, guys. We'll catch y'all on the flippy flop. Bye.
Later.